16. Maitland Jail, New South Wales. Maitland Jail, located in New South Wales, operated as a maximum security prison for over 150 years before it closed in 1998. The prison housed some of Australia's most notorious criminals, and many of them met tragic ends within its walls. Paranormal investigators and visitors have reported hearing eerie footsteps echoing through the empty halls, the sound of doors slamming shut with no explanation, and disembodied voices coming from deserted cells. Some even claim to have seen shadowy figures walking around the site. The chilling atmosphere and the prison's dark history make Maitland Jail one of Australia's most haunted locations. Today, ghost tours allow brave souls to explore the prison at night, where the lingering spirits of the past are said to still roam the grounds, seeking redemption or simply reliving their tormented final moments. 17. Old Joonlong Jail, Victoria. Old Joonlong Jail, located in Victoria, is a formidable prison that was constructed in the mid-19th century and housed some of Australia's most violent criminals. The prison operated until 1991 and has since gained a reputation as a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors report hearing unexplained whispers and screams from the empty cells, seeing apparitions of former inmates, and feeling sudden drops in temperature. One of the most notorious spirits is said to be that of an executed inmate whose restless ghost is seen wandering the cell blocks. The cold stone walls and harsh conditions of Old Joonlong Jail seem to have trapped the souls of many, leaving them to haunt the grounds long after the prison's closure. Today, it serves as a museum and offers ghost tours for those daring enough to explore its haunted history. 18. The Devil's Pool, Queensland. The Devil's Pool, located in Babinda, Queensland, is a naturally beautiful, yet eerily dangerous site. According to indigenous legend, the pool is cursed, and many believe it to be haunted by the spirit of a young woman who drowned there long ago. Since then, numerous mysterious deaths have occurred in the waters, with locals and visitors alike reporting strange sensations, sudden strong currents, and even the feeling of being pulled under by unseen forces. Some believe the young woman's spirit is responsible for the deaths, as she tries to lure people to their doom. Signs warning swimmers of the dangerous waters add to the location's ominous reputation. Despite its serene surroundings, the Devil's Pool remains a site of intrigue and fear, drawing those fascinated by its dark past and the paranormal stories attached to it. 19. Panella Park, Queensland. Panella Park, located in far north Queensland, was built by José Panella, a Spanish immigrant with grand dreams. The park features a picturesque castle, waterfalls, and gardens, but its beauty hides a haunted history. Panella himself is said to still walk the grounds, ensuring that his vision for the park remains intact. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures and hearing strange noises, particularly near the old castle ruins. Some have even claimed to feel a cold presence while walking through certain parts of the park. The eerie atmosphere intensifies at night, when the park is often shrouded in fog, adding to its haunted allure. Though it remains a popular tourist destination, Panella Park's reputation as a haunted site continues to grow, drawing both history buffs and ghost hunters alike. The Manly Quarantine Station, New South Wales Manly Quarantine Station, located near Sydney, was used to isolate passengers arriving by ship who were suspected of carrying infectious diseases. Hundreds of people died here, often in isolation, leading to numerous reports of paranormal activity. Visitors have reported hearing the agonized cries of those who died in quarantine, feeling sudden cold drafts, and even encountering full-bodied apparitions of past residents. The energy in certain parts of the station is said to be particularly heavy, especially in the hospital wing where many spent their final days. Ghost tours are regularly held at the quarantine station, with many participants experiencing unexplainable phenomena. The location's tragic history, combined with its isolated and eerie atmosphere, makes it one of Australia's most haunted places. 21st, National Museum of Australia, Canberra. The National Museum of Australia in Canberra may seem like an unusual sight for hauntings, but its past as a former hospital for children adds a dark twist. Many visitors and staff have reported hearing the faint sound of children laughing or crying in the empty halls, and some have even seen ghostly figures of nurses moving through the corridors. The building is believed to be haunted by the spirits of the children who died there, unable to move on from the trauma they experienced. The museum's transformation from a hospital to a cultural institution has not diminished its reputation as a haunted place. Even today, visitors report feeling an unsettling presence as they wander through the exhibitions, particularly near areas where the hospital's wards once stood. 22nd, Walhalla, Victoria. Walhalla is a small former gold mining town nestled in the Victorian Alps. Though it is now largely a tourist destination, the town's ghostly reputation remains intact. During its gold rush heyday, the town was bustling, but it also saw its share of tragedy, with many miners meeting untimely deaths in the harsh conditions. Today, visitors to Walhalla report seeing the apparitions of miners still wandering the town's streets, hearing the sounds of pickaxes echoing through the empty mines and feeling strange presences in the old buildings. The historic cemetery is also said to be haunted, with ghostly figures often seen moving among the gravestones. The town's isolated location and rich history make it a favorite for paranormal enthusiasts. 23rd, Monte Carlo Hotel, Queensland. The Monte Carlo Hotel in Queensland is a charming but eerie establishment known for its ghostly activity. Guests and staff have frequently reported encounters with a mysterious woman who appears in the hotel's rooms and hallways late at night. Described as wearing old-fashioned clothing, she is often seen staring out of windows or walking through walls. Some believe she was a former guest who died under tragic circumstances. In addition to sightings of this spectral figure, other guests have reported hearing disembodied voices, footsteps in empty rooms, and furniture moving on its own. The hotel's vintage decor and history add to its haunted ambiance, making it a popular spot for those seeking a paranormal experience during their stay. 24. Woodford Academy, New South Wales. Woodford Academy, located in the Blue Mountains, is the oldest surviving building in the region and has a dark history filled with tragedy. Once used as a school, inn, and private residence, it is said to be haunted by multiple spirits, including former students and patients from its time as a sanatorium. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported hearing the sounds of children playing, doors slamming shut without cause, and shadowy figures moving through the halls. The Academy's isolated location and long history of death and illness have contributed to its haunted reputation. Ghost tours of the property frequently result in sightings and strange phenomena, solidifying Woodford Academy's place as one of New South Wales's most haunted sites. 25. The Austral Hotel, South Australia. The Austral Hotel, located in the heart of South Australia, is a historic hotel with a reputation for paranormal activity. Built in the late 19th century, the hotel has seen many guests come and go, but some are said to have never left. Visitors and staff have reported seeing ghostly apparitions in the hallways, particularly a man dressed in old-fashioned clothing who roams the second floor. He is often spotted walking through doors or standing silently at the end of the hall, only to disappear when approached. Other guests have experienced cold spots, unexplained tapping on doors, and the sensation of being watched. The hotel's creaky floors and dimly lit corridors only add to the eerie atmosphere. Despite its haunted reputation, the Austral Hotel continues to attract visitors who are intrigued by its rich history and the possibility of encountering one of its ghostly residents. 26. Larundel Mental Asylum. Victoria Larundel Mental Asylum, located in Melbourne, is one of Australia's most infamous abandoned psychiatric hospitals. The asylum operated for decades, housing patients with severe mental illnesses, many of whom lived and died within its walls. Since its closure, Larundel has gained a reputation as a hotspot for paranormal activity. Visitors and urban explorers report hearing eerie screams and whispers echoing through the empty corridors, as well as seeing shadowy figures darting around corners. Some have experienced feelings of intense fear and sadness while exploring the dilapidated wards, as if the emotions of the former patients still linger. Doors slam shut without explanation, and strange lights have been seen flickering in rooms that have long been abandoned. Larundel's dark history, combined with its decaying architecture, makes it one of the most terrifying haunted locations in Victoria. 27. North Kunda Hotel, South Australia. North Kunda Hotel, located in the historic mining town of Kunda in South Australia, is regarded as one of the country's most haunted pubs. Built in the mid-1800s, the hotel has a dark past with stories of violence, murder, and suicide linked to its history. Ghost hunters and paranormal investigators have frequently visited the hotel, and many claim to have experienced strange phenomena. Reports include sightings of ghostly figures in the bar area, unexplained cold spots, and the sound of phantom footsteps echoing down the hallways. One of the most famous spirits is said to be that of a former owner who committed suicide in the building, and his presence is often felt in the rooms where he once lived. The North Kunda Hotel's eerie atmosphere and numerous ghost sightings make it a must-visit for those interested in the paranormal. 28. The Lady Bowen Hospital, Queensland. The Lady Bowen Hospital, located in Brisbane, Queensland, was once a maternity hospital, caring for women and children for many years. Since its closure, the building has been repurposed, but it is still said to be haunted by the spirits of its past. Numerous reports from visitors and staff describe hearing the sounds of crying babies and the faint voices of women, despite the building being empty at the time. Some have seen ghostly figures of nurses dressed in old-fashioned uniforms, moving through the halls as if still tending to patients. The hospital's dark and tragic history, including the deaths of many newborns and mothers during childbirth, is believed to be the source of the hauntings. Paranormal investigators have captured eerie audio recordings and unexplained shadows, further solidifying its reputation as one of Queensland's most haunted locations. 29th. Gurn Jail, New South Wales. Gurn Jail, also known as Gurn Correctional Centre, is one of New South Wales's oldest operational prisons. Built in the mid-19th century, it has housed some of Australia's most notorious criminals. The prison's history is filled with violence, riots, and executions, and many believe the spirits of former inmates still haunt the facility. Prison guards and visitors have reported hearing disembodied voices, feeling sudden cold drafts, and witnessing shadowy figures in the old execution chamber. Some claim to have seen the ghost of a former inmate who was hanged on the gallows, his face appearing in the windows of the old cell blocks. The prison's grim past and the lingering energy of those who suffered and died within its walls make Gurn Jail one of the most haunted prisons in Australia. 30. Yongaba House, Queensland. Yongaba House, located in Brisbane, Queensland, was originally built as an immigration centre in the late 19th century. It later served as a quarantine facility for sick immigrants and housed many who died from various diseases. Today, the building is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who perished within its walls. Visitors and staff have reported seeing ghostly apparitions wandering the grounds, particularly in the old quarantine area. Strange noises such as footsteps and voices have been heard echoing through the halls, and some have experienced sudden feelings of dread when entering certain rooms. The house's long and tragic history, combined with its eerie atmosphere, has made it a popular destination for ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. Despite being repurposed, Yongaba House retains an air of mystery and a haunted reputation that continues to captivate visitors. Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling journey through Australia's most haunted locations. From eerie asylums to ghostly prisons, these places hold the secrets of the past, and their paranormal tales continue to captivate. If you're brave enough to visit any of these haunted spots, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming ghostly adventures. Stay spooky.